one of the best ideas coming around for a long time is the museum. The martial art museum is going to have a lot of different items in there. We discussed this many years ago between myself and Michael, and it's going to be good for all the different arts and not just one particular art. And a lot of us, the pioneers in martial arts from various styles, are going to contribute different items to the museum, and this is what we want to do, help the community understand what the martial art is all about.
I tell you, mentally, physically, and spiritually, reserve, okay, all of you, I'm asking all of you, it's so important that we reserve the history of the arts to keep it going through generation, through your son. That way, he would know also where it came in the United States, how it all began, where it was born, where the foundation started.
So what you have done was brought in the old timers and giving credibility to their careers, that these new guys coming along, Bruce Lee is a newcomer. He's not an old timer. He's a new, Tadashi Yamashita is an old timer, not in age, but in history. Fumio Demura. These are people that have done stuff in the 50s and 60s that will never be talked about unless someone, the museum, show the young kids what is happening today.
You know, and this is the greatest. The minute you said the museum, that is the greatest thing ever, because, you know, and it's great. This is, you know, this is like for my kids, and so I think, in a sense, that, you know, people gotta go somewhere. You know, like I go back to Hawaii to go see where my parents used to live, you know, and stuff like that. It's kind of like, you know, like a lot of it is lost, you know, but when you go to a museum, you know, it comes back to you, you know, and I think it's a good thing. So
the importance of a museum is history, so I won't never be forgotten. So Chuck Norris, Benny Urquidez, Byong, Heidi Ochai, Donnie Williams, Steve Sanders, so we won't never be forgotten. Babe Ruth will live in infamy, you know. That's why we need it. We got to have something so my little boy's children will know what his grandfather did.
So to me, this martial arts, that the museum is one of a kind. Only I really see and very excited about this martial arts museum, because I had a dream for this long time in my life, but I never pursued it, you know. But now, you know, it's happening. I'm very happy with that.
But a martial arts museum, I think, will truly help kind of focus all that into one place. And that's why it's really important that there's a heartbeat. You know, like I think of the Baseball Hall of Fame as the heartbeat of baseball. You know, the players, that's their big goal, is to get into it, and, you know, fans, is their goal is to go see it, and that's where all the history lives, and that's where, you know, all the rich life of baseball lives. Well, that's what martial arts needs to have. It needs to have a place where it lives, you know, from past, present, and future, to inspire people. People can learn from the history and feed off of the present reality and be inspired for the future.
The Martial Arts History Museum is such a wonderful thing. It gives the legacies of what the martial arts is all about. The martial arts has helped many, many people cultivate their lives, building character, building self-esteem, building goal-oriented frames of mind.
I think the martial arts made me a very humble person. It taught me a lot of respect. It taught me to keep my martial arts to myself and not to be able to go out there and be a bully. I think that today it just made me a better man.
The importance about martial arts, again, is twofold. One is first and utmost is knowing yourself and the truth in yourself in learning martial arts. and two, martial arts makes us peaceful within ourselves, so that we can be at peace with others. It strengthens our body physically, and when we can strengthen our body, our mental is strengthened and our spiritual being is strengthened. So martial arts is the way to go as far as the individual is concerned. And then Bruce Lee once had said the individual is very important, and more important than any other style or system.
You know, only one thing I can say, you know, my master said to me, and then earlier, he said, don't change wisdom. Let the wisdom changes you.
That's why this is very important, that we bring the beginning, the history, where it started from, where you came from, when your father's father came from. Hey? Where it all started from. And I'm talking about in the art, not your biological father. I'm talking about your father in the art.
Well, it's always been up to the little guy. That's how this country started. You know, it was a whole bunch of little guys that didn't like the way things ran in England. So it was a whole bunch of little guys that said, I'm out, I'm leaving. It was a whole bunch of little guys came here and started this country. You know, it's a whole bunch of little guys that fought off England when they came here. So same thing with the martial art. It's a whole bunch of little guys that maybe that's why people don't want to come aboard right now, because they're waiting on the big guys to do it, or they're waiting on this, but we're gonna go forward like there is no big guy. So all of us little guys, we're all gonna have to get together and do what we need to do to make this thing happen.
But this, I believe you're doing from your heart, and that's why I want to be involved. So I believe the museum is going to leave something 50, 100 years from now that even you don't know about.